All 2023 CR 2077. State of Texas versus Annabelle Bishop. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ruben Guerrero for the state.
Defense.
Thomas Siller for the defendant.
Are you Annabelle Bishop?
Yes, ma'am.
You entered a plea on May 1st, according to the plea bargain agreement, and it's a continuous violence case. The state is silent on your application, but they're asking that punishment be assessed at 5 years in the prison. Have parties had a chance to review the PSI report, state?
Yes.
Here's where the stakes skyrocket. The state is asking for 5 years in prison, but notice how the plea bargain keeps them silent on other factors. This is a classic Texas continuous violence case, and the defendant's future hangs on every word that's about to be spoken. Will her testimony and her mother's input sway the court? Let's watch.
Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No, Your Honor. I just have one witness, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You may call your witness. All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear and I can hear. All right, can you state your name for the record?
Anna Bishop.
All right. Defense?
Please state your the relationship to Ms.
I'm
Sure.
her mother.
At this point, you understand the charges against this court, pending this court?
Yes,
Do
I
you,
do.
do you know the dynamics of the ex-husband and his father?
Yes, I do.
And at this point, they are wanting her to go away for 5 years.
Of course they do.
It's this, can you please tell the court what are your wishes as to your daughter?
I don't think that I don't think that she should go for 5 years.
Do you ask this court to grant her deferred adjudication?
I pleaded with this court to grant her.
At this point, the court prepared, or the court says there's no mental health issues. And what kind of needs do you think your daughter has if given probation today, substance abuse wise?
Yes.
Listen to that emotional appeal. The mother is practically begging the court for a chance at probation, highlighting the difference between punishment and rehabilitation. This is a pivotal moment. The judge weighs mercy versus accountability. And yes, even in Texas, first-time female offenders with mitigating factors can sometimes get that break, but it's never guaranteed.
That should be placed in a program. And
Outpatient, that is?
outpatient, yes.
Is it, what kind of drugs is she using?
To my knowledge, and for CPS, it's weed.
And other than that, what other, does she need any kind of additional mental health services? What
I
else does
believe
she?
that she might, yes.
I know that nothing was identified officially, but what makes you think that?
Nothing was identified because no one's taken the time to actually, you know,
But what are your
counsel her.
concerns with her?
their.
All right, you all need to talk one at a time.
What are your concerns with your daughter?
My concerns are that she just needs the help that she needs. And she doesn't need to go to prison. I think that she would be able to do this out.
Is it your first felony, of course?
Yes, her first.
And who else lives in the household with you?
Just me.
You spend a lot of money and effort to get her on bond. How much money did you spend on that?
$2,500
Okay. And then she's back in jail. Why is that? Why is she back in jail?
because she missed her court date.
And other than that, she was always a good, well behaved.
Yes, and she only missed her court date because she had a scratch in her eye. And she does have medical records for that.
Okay. And at this point, do you think she will be able to successfully comply with the education requirements, going to classes, making appointments, reporting, staying away from the alleged victim?
Yes.
Okay. And it says here that she has shown no remorse. She thinks just all fun and games what she did to the to the ex-father-in-law. What do you think? Do you think?
Here's a courtroom truth bomb. The mother and sister-daughter is remorseful and will follow probation rules. But notice the tension. The legal system is not just about intentions. It's about actions and past behavior. Every detail she provides could tip the scale one way or the other. How much weight does a parent's testimony really carry in cases like this?
she's remorseful?
Yes, I do, and they should be remorseful for what
I
they
was
did
saying
to her.
she took responsibility for what she's charged with. She's not saying she's innocent, but she's remorseful, you're saying,
Yes.
and she understands,
Remorse.
and she understands, and you understand. If the court was to give her on the first felony negotiation, if she messes up, she'll get the full into punishment and go to prison for much longer. She understands it. You understand it.
I understand.
Okay.
You wouldn't ask her.
But she has a high school diploma. She understands everything. She's competent, you believe.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And at this point again, I was trying to clarify with you. Does she need mental health evaluation, you think?
Yes, I do.
On what basis?
On the basis that I've been her mother for the last 25 years and I know my daughter. And she's changed a lot ever since she met her husband. And she's just mentally been abused by that family. That's what I'm basing it on.
What kind of service does she need? Counseling? Does she need evaluation? What does she need?
I would think that she would need counseling and psychiatric evaluation.
But all that can be done outpatient. You're asking for the court to grant or defer to release her today?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. That's a witness. Thank you.
Any questions?
No question. Attorney.
All right, I have some questions. So you're her mother?
Yes.
How many children does she have?
She has two.
All right. Why was CPS involved?
Because her father-in-law called CPS.
Okay. And the grandchildren were placed with the father-in-law, correct?
They were placed with the father-in-law and the non-biological grandmother.
Okay. So that's where the children were placed.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you aware of the facts of this case?
Not all the facts.
Are you aware that she gave him a black eye?
No.
Are you aware that she went over to the home? At the job site, it states, the victim said that his grandchildren were placed on a safety plan on Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023 by Child Protective Services due to physical abuse allegations. Do you know what that means?
Yes,
All right. So what that means is that Child Protective Services didn't do a legal case, and her attorney will tell you this. They just did a safety plan. So the safety plan is designed to get the parents stabilized. So what they did was they placed the children with the father-in-law, and I'm sure they told her that these are the times that you can have your children as far as visitation. So what he says is around 9 a.m. today, the defendant, your daughter, came to his job site again, banging on the door. His coworker alerted him that she was here, and they called the police. The grandfather came through the gates and told her to leave. She began yelling, "Where are my effing kids?" He grabbed her phone and threw it so that she would leave the property. She then punched him in the face a couple of times and ran to get her phone. Shortly after, she returned on the property, threatening to damage the grandfather's truck and flatten his tires. She was looking for rocks, so he went to stop her. She came at him swinging with a closed fist. He grabbed her by the shirt and hip tossed her to the ground. He placed his hand on her back until she calmed down. That's what happened. And that was on the first occasion, because this is continuous. And it says that your daughter has a drug problem. Does your daughter have a drug problem?
yes.
That's either yes or no. So what drugs are she using?
To my knowledge, marijuana.
So you think she's only using marijuana? And you think all of this, that Child Protective Services, which they don't even do anymore, I don't know why they don't do it, but Child Protective Services are not putting children in safety plans or removing them because parents are using marijuana. It has to be more than that. Do you understand?
They didn't tell me that.
Okay.
I actually.
All right. So as a parent, sometimes we let our love of our children blind us or look at things through rose-colored glasses. In order to help children, you need to take the rose-colored glasses off and see.
So now pay attention. This is the legal 101 moment. CPS did not open a formal case. They set up a safety plan to protect the children while the family stabilizes. And here's the kicker. Even love can blind parents. The female judge is gently cutting through the rose-colored glasses, forcing a hard look at reality. This is where the tension gets real. The mother's desire to help versus the system's protective measures.
Your child for who they are. Now, you may not like what you're seeing with your child. You may not like the relationships they're choosing. You may not like the fact that they're doing drugs, but you have to acknowledge that and quit glossing over the fact that she doesn't have custody of her kids. And I hate kids because it's baby goats, but I'm saying kids with the cuts. That's what's in the police report. But she doesn't have custody of her children. And the reason why she doesn't have custody of her children is because there's allegations of physical abuse, not physical abuse where her partner that she chose is hitting on her, but physical abuse to the children and drug use. That's why there was a safety plan. And that's why the children were placed with the grandfather. Now, why the children are not placed with you, I don't know. Maybe it's because you're not acknowledging the fact that your daughter has violence issues, that your daughter has drug issues. Maybe that's why the children didn't place them with, maybe that's why CPS didn't place the children with you. I don't know if you had a chance to put your name down for somebody to be interviewed.
Yes, I did. And
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but they came to my house, and because I was working, she said that I was too busy. And I've been trying to get a hold of them. I've been trying to be part of the safety plan, and they've been pushing me away.
Well, I mean, if they are pushing you away, I do, honestly, I understand why. Because you think that your daughter needs to be on outpatient treatment. You think your daughter needs to be released, and you're not looking at the fact that the children are in the care of this grandfather
This grandfather.
because of allegations of physical abuse and because she is living with somebody in a vehicle. Do you really think it's great for children to be living with parents living in a vehicle?
Your Honor, may I speak?
Yes, you may.
Okay, John Tovar and Jacob Tovar started Annabelle on drugs.
Mhm.
They gave her the drugs.
And how old was she when this started?
18,
All right. And how old was Tovar, her boyfriend?
19.
And where were you as a parent? Were you letting her be out and about? Was she still living with
She
you?
was married with her husband.
These are choices that people make. And what drugs were they using? Just marijuana?
My knowledge, like I said, I didn't.
All right. So you're saying he started her on marijuana. So according to you, the only drug that she's ever been using has been marijuana. Is that what you're telling the court?
To my knowledge and what I know, yes, and what she's told me.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Your Honor, with that, I have no further questions. I asked
Any
the-
questions?
and I rest. No questions, just argument.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in to give me an insight into your daughter. I appreciate it. Thank you.